In this video, I'm going to talk about what is up at here, the top bar menu. You can see it goes all the way from Ecamm Live all the way to the help menu. I'm going to explain what each and every single one of these items mean. So let's start off at the top left corner beside the Apple logo. Now, I'm going to reference all of these menu items as top bar menu items. So if I ever use that word top bar in the future, I'm referencing the menu items that are up here. So when I click on Ecamm Live, the first thing you're going to see here is About Ecamm Live. So let's click on that and see what shows up. So this box here, and it's available on every application that you're using on your Mac computer, basically has the about information, the copyright information. However, there's one piece of important information here, and that's this, the Ecamm Live version. Currently, I am showing you on Ecamm Live version 4.3.5. Now, what's important about this is, the first thing is, when you are contacting people inside of the Ecamm Live Facebook community, maybe you're asking questions or you're troubleshooting some challenge that you're dealing with, you will want to let them know which version of Ecamm Live you're on. So go ahead and click on Ecamm Live in the top bar menu, click on About Ecamm Live, and you will see the version. So just make sure you mention I'm using version 4.3.5 in this example. Now, the other time you're going to need that is when you're contacting Ecamm Live support. You will need to let them know I'm experiencing this challenge. I do not know how this works, or I'm having a bug, things like that, and you're going to mention I'm using Ecamm Live version 4.3.5. That ensures that they also know what version you're on so that they can help you to troubleshoot the best. All right, let's take a look at the other options that are here. You've got log out of Ecamm Live. This is currently grayed out because I'm actually recording in demo mode right now for you this video, so I can't log out of my Ecamm Live profile. Now, when I am not recording and you click on this log out of Ecamm Live, what that does is it disconnects your Ecamm Live application that's on your Mac from your Ecamm Live account. So if you are sharing somebody else's Mac and you're using their Mac, you can log into your Ecamm Live profile, have the interview mode options and settings, and go live, etc. from there. Now, granted, it doesn't copy over the settings or preferences. It just essentially links that Ecamm Live instance to your paid account. So you can log in and then you can log out once you're done because that's their Mac, not yours. Now, the next option here says create new broadcast. This is an option for you to click over here versus clicking on the new button inside of the Ecamm Live preview window to create and schedule a new broadcast. Either you're going to go live immediately or you're going to create a scheduled broadcast. The next item here says begin recording. It's also grayed out. Why? Because I'm actually recording right now in demo mode. So if I wasn't recording right now, you will be able to see this says begin recording. Click on that, and all of a sudden, your Ecamm Live is now recording locally. This is in addition to the same button that says record at the bottom when you are not in recording mode currently. The next item says end recording and pause recording. Those are the exact same things or the functions as these two buttons that you see in the bottom right corner of the preview window. And then after that, you'll see view post. This view post will show after a live stream has finished, not a recording, but a live stream. So once you've clicked on finish the stream and that's now ended, your recording has stopped and let's say the live stream to YouTube or your Facebook group or your Instagram or Twitch or LinkedIn, that is now ended, you can go ahead and click on this view post button and that will open up your browser directly to that post that you have done your live stream to. The next option here says check for updates. You will always want to use the latest version of Ecamm Live for the most part. And so by clicking on this check for updates button, it automatically checks to see is this the latest version or not. If it's not, it's going to prompt you to upgrade. So if I click on that right now, it says, hey, I'm already using the latest version, and so I can just leave that as it is. Now, Ecamm Live will automatically look for updates on the internet every time you launch Ecamm Live, so for the most part, you will not have to use that function very often. The next item here in the menu is preview mode. This essentially converts your Ecamm Live from the mode where everything you change inside of this preview window in going real-time live, it actually causes you to move into what's called preview mode so that you can make some changes in the preview area and then click on the publish button to make that happen in the live recording or in the live stream. That menu item here is the exact same thing as this button at the bottom left of the preview window. The next menu item says publish. Now that will only be available if you're actually in preview mode. So let me just switch over to preview mode, and now you'll see that I'm now in preview mode and I have this program window that's available. If you need to see the other video about how this preview window works in preview mode, how that works, go ahead and take a look at the playlist and you'll find that video. Now what you'll notice is when I click on Ecamm Live, publish is there. So when I make changes in the preview, I can either click on this publish button, or I can go all the way to the menu and click on that button as well. The next item in the menu is Preferences. This opens up the Ecamm Live Preferences panel and allows you to make changes and adjustments to any of the settings inside of Ecamm Live. If you are wondering what these tabs are for, what they do, what each thing means, then go ahead and take a look at the playlist for the Ecamm Live Preferences. The next item here says install Loop Deck plugin. So if you have a Loop Deck, it is a hardware piece similar to a Stream Deck from Elgato, but this one's by a different company. It has dials and buttons, all these different shortcuts and hotkeys for you to use. If you have that, you can physically attach it and then install the Loop Deck plugin, and that connects your Ecamm Live to that physical hardware piece. The next menu item says uninstall system audio. System audio in Ecamm Live essentially allows you to share what's happening on your computer system in terms of the audio that's happening. So it could be alerts, it could be beeps and buzzes, it could be a YouTube video that you're playing on your browser on your computer system, and whatever is playing or being heard traditionally over your speakers or your headphones will now be routed through Ecamm Live, and Ecamm Live will be publishing or recording that same audio. Usually this is used when people are playing YouTube videos and they've added a shared screen into their Ecamm Live scene, and they don't want to use other third-party software to route that audio from that app into Ecamm Live. So essentially, when you install system audio, it allows you the ability to now route all of your computer system audio straight through Ecamm Live. Now, it's important to note that by default, it is not enabled. So you can check by going into the Preferences tab and then going into Audio here. Then you'll see that I have the broadcast system audio. Currently mine is set to never. However, if you have a shared screen, you can, where you're adding a YouTube video or some sort of an application that makes noise, maybe you're doing Final Cut Pro editing as an example, and you want to share that system, you can go and enable this when it says when sharing the screen. So that way, when you are having a full screen video, of you or just adjust your camera, then the system audio is not going to be playing and be heard in the background. Or if you want it all the time, regardless of what scene you're on, and that audio from that app or game or whatever is always playing, regardless of the scene, even if there's no shared screen in there, then you can go ahead and choose all the time. Go ahead again, go into the preferences video playlist that talks about the system audio in more detail. The next few items on the Ecamm Live menu in the top bar really aren't going to be used very much at all. So there's one that's called Services. This is a Mac OS thing. We never really use that at all. You can hide Ecamm Live. You can hide other applications. This essentially makes Ecamm Live disappear. It just brings it down, and then hide others takes all of the other applications and hides it from this screen. So really, I've never used this. You probably won't either, but it's good for you to understand what those options are. The other one is just show all, which basically says, hey, after it's been hidden, why should I, should I show it now? So that's what that option there is. And then quit Ecamm Live. So you can either Command Q to close Ecamm Live, or click on this link here in the top bar menu under Ecamm Live to shut down Ecamm Live.